It's Kellen, and today on Diversified Game, I have Eshanti.Joseph, aka Shay, and she is a serial entrepreneur here in South Florida, West Palm Beach. She was so nice to come and grace me with her presence, and her mama's here too. But mama doesn't want to be on camera, but it's all right, you know. But welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And this is going to be a different type of conversation, and that's all that it is. We want to talk about all the different businesses that you do. How do you do them while we wait for our lunch? So people, if you see me, you know, pushing on the phone, it's not that she's boring me. It's that the lunch man is late and he needs to come on. So what's going on? Tell us about how you got on this road of entrepreneurship.
Well, I guess this is what I always say. I'm the type of person, if you sleep and you wake up in the morning and your snooze button goes off and you hit the snooze button repeatedly, that means that you are a boss and you're not a worker. So I figured that out a couple years ago, but I just wasn't guided the right way on what to do. But I think it came a little bit shortly after my sick show. I think it was like about a year ago, I believe, Mom, right? About a year and a half ago, my sick show was diagnosed with skin cancer. And we were out a lot, like she was going to surgery. And of course, I was out on leave without pay. And like my boss texted me, calling me, want to know when I'm coming back to work. She don't care that my daughter's sick. And I needed to be home with her, you know, and I'm like, you know what, I need to find something I can do, that I can be at home more with them and pick them up, take them to school, cook dinner, or whatever, you know, just be more involved. So I think that's where it came from, like just me wanting to be my own boss and just be there more for my kids.
We've heard this so often. Entrepreneurship, it starts because of a crisis and an inconsiderate boss. And that's the reason why I just made a terrible employee. I had ideas. Once you have kids, they don't want to hear anything about kids. You say, I got to get my kids so they don't call CPS because I'm 10 minutes late. The boss doesn't care. So you go between CPS or work. And so entrepreneurship is just what it should be for many of us. And I think many of us, black and brown people, because of the way we are treated, especially black people. You know, and especially if you only speak one language and if you're from America, because they sometimes will treat immigrants a lot better because they have a whole country behind them. And, you know, we've been able to prove that. My wife is an immigrant, and she'll say, yeah, I definitely got treated different than some of the people who, you know, at the different jobs. Not that she was always accepted, but there's a difference because it's like a hybrid.
Yeah.
Which, in all honesty, I feel that way whenever I leave this country. I feel like Robo-Negro. Like, I'm just, you know, it's like I'm Michael Jordan or something. And you saw when I stood up, I'm not anywhere that tall. I'm not short, y'all, but I'm just not that tall. So what was the first step into you going into entrepreneurship? Like, you got this bad boss. Did you already have some things going around that were side hustles?
No, you know, like a couple years ago, like I got into this company called Pure Romance, and where like you sell like little toys, little adult toys, you know. And I tried my hand with that, and I liked it, but I kind of really didn't like it. It was kind of a little uncomfortable, but I just liked the fact that I was my own boss and I was making money. But you know, I don't know. I just thought about something. I was just like, what can make me some good money that I could just sleep and make money, like, you know. And I just thought, I was like, let me think like a cleaning company, like that's a lucrative business. Let me see what I need to do to start a cleaning business. And I just asked around. YouTube was my best friend. I looked at YouTube for everything, every business that I have. I looked at YouTube, and that's how it started. I just looked at YouTube and seen what the qualifications was, and if you needed to get a business license and everything, and that's how it started. I just took the steps, got a business license, EIN number, and I had no experience in it, like a cleaning company or anything. I just YouTubed everything.
Okay, so man, shout out to YouTube. Now you don't know this, but that's kind of my main job is consulting YouTubers. One of the things that I do. So I love YouTube. I call it YouTube University because you can learn anything from YouTube. So that's a beautiful thing. Shout out to y'all Google, YouTube for allowing us to do that. So you got the YouTube. Did you feel like I just had to step out in faith because this is for my family? Did you worry about how much money you needed for savings, or was it just immediate? Like I'm out?
I did think a lot about it, but like one thing like somebody told me was that God would never lead you where His grace won't protect you. So that kind of like stuck with me. Even like today, it stuck with me, and I just was like, you got to step out on faith, because if you don't, then I'm just going to continue to work for somebody, continue to not have my time back. So I started just cleaning. I didn't even honestly didn't really care about the money. Like I didn't really care about how much it was going to cost, because I know like when you starting something, like you're going to have like hurdles, and it might not work out like the first year. But if you make it past the first year, like your business, you got a great business. And so that's just what I did. I didn't care about the money. I just said, you know what, I'm just going to step out on faith and start this company and see where it takes me. And we going on 3 years strong, so.
Okay, no, that's congratulations. Yeah. Congratulations. Now, you seem to have a lot of family support. And so were you already here with a bunch of family, or did you say, I'm calling in the troops from New York?
Well, no, actually, my mom was here first. My mom and my brother was here. I was actually living in North Carolina first before I moved here. And then I came down here, and then I pretty much like sold my royal oats. I guess that's what you want to say. And that's just how it happened. Okay.
And so you got the cleaning company, and is it commercial cleaning? Is it residential?
So first it started out as a residential. We was cleaning a lot of homes, and then we kind of phased it to commercial, and we stopped doing residential. But then shortly after that, I was like, I want to be a realtor. Like, I was getting bad landlords lots of times out of my life. So I was like, I want to be a realtor, and I just got into real estate school, and I kind of put my cleaning business on hold to go to school and work, and I still was working my 9 to 5. So I was still working my 9 to 5 and doing my cleaning company. But then I got into real estate, and I kind of put my cleaning company to the side and focused on my real estate. And then I eventually left my 9 to 5, and then I went full throttle with my cleaning company, and then I graduated real estate.
Wow. Now, how many kids did you have at that time?
4.
Yeah, 4 at that time. So for all those who say, I can't do it because I have kids, I get it. I have kids too, and I take care of them. And they've been with me since they came out while, the mother pursues her dreams, and I'm able to do my stuff from the house. So I don't use kids as an excuse. There are sometimes things I can't do, but you got to be able to adjust. With having 4 kids, what did you do? Because someone will say, well, then she just gave them to her mother, and her mother just took care of them the whole time. But mama got a job too.
Yep. I don't know. Like, I come from a strong woman. Like, my mom was a single parent. Like, it's always just been 5 kids and my mom. Like, so everything that I know that's in me came from her. So I never just been the type to throw my kids off on my mom. Like, if I'm gonna struggle, they're gonna struggle. So that's just how it is. And I just struggled with them until we came up. And what I did was, basically, I try to educate my kids on how to make a business for their self to help me and help them. So they don't, because people feel that, because you have kids, they supposed to really depend on you. But they should, but really, if you teach them how to be like financially wealthy, and you teach them like generational wealth, it kind of could break the curse of what we learned when we were kids, because we were not taught that when we were kids. Like my mom, and it's not that she didn't know, it's just because back then our parents were working all the time, church all the time, and school, trying to pretty much make a life for us and try to pay all the bills. So they wasn't even taught that, So
Yeah, I mean, times have shifted. It's a whole new age, and things are going. And to me, I say whatever was wrong is now right, and vice versa. And you know, it's just it's a different time in America. So, what was like? How much did you start with in business? Because people would think, well, she must have got a loan. I can't do it because I don't have a loan. I don't have any money. You know, maybe she was already rich coming from North Carolina. I mean, the houses out there, usually black neighborhoods, and folks are doing very well.
No. Honestly, I'm going to tell you, I started with roughly $300.
Wow.
$300 to start my cleaning company, a legal cleaner company. My business license was $125. The EIN number was free, and just all the taxes and everything that came with it, the copies and stuff. It really only came up to $278, and that's $278 to start a cleaning business.
Okay, and for those who are listening, they might be all the way in Kentucky, but Ohio, it doesn't matter. How did you get your first client?
So, what happened was, it's funny because on the day that I did my business license and my EIN number, a company called me by the name of Home Advisor, and they were just saying that they work with independent contractors who do different jobs. And they seen that I have a cleaning company. They seen my business name registered with SunBiz and everything. And they wanted to know what my cleaning company offers, and I told them, and they just started sending leads to me for $20. They just sent me leads, and that's how I got my first client.
Wow. And you were already working your 9 to 5, 4 kids. So did you just say, okay, kids, we're gonna clean after work, or how did you work on building your team?
So what I did was, I work certain days during the week, so that I always have 2 days off during the week. Okay. So the 2 days that I have off during the week, I cleaned on those 2 days, and I never worked weekends, so I cleaned on those 2 days. And I have 2 daughters, that's 13, and I just took them with me, and it was me, my 2 daughters, my sister-in-law. We just cleaned all the houses.
Wow.
And I paid them.
Yeah, you kept the money in the family.
Kept the money in the family.
Man, that's how I think my first $20 legally working, I was probably 9 or 10. My aunt had her own cleaning company. My grandmother had businesses, and so we saw like a daycare. We would see it, so it was never like out of reach. But how do you get here still? Grandma would tell you, save all your money, put all your pennies together, and don't buy anything. But the fact that you use the family, man, you got a book in you. If not, then the movie.
Yep.
Yeah. Have you started writing it already?
No, I came up with a name, a title, but it's just I'm.
Don't tell us, because somebody out there.
I'm all over the place. Like I'm always in so many different business. I'm all over the place. So I gotta take some time
to just sit and write.
Yeah.
Yes. So we write books in this house. My oldest has written books. I write books. I like to write. My whole dream is to be able to sit back in a foreign country and just do this and just do this, and then maybe fly my drone and give some advice as a consultant, right? But that's the goal, and it's coming, brick by brick. So you get the cleaning company, but you're not done. You have the real estate license. Now you're selling houses. You quit your job eventually down the line, but then let them know, how do you go to these other businesses in a retail store? If she needed more, she got a retail store. How did the other businesses come about?
I don't know. Like, honestly, I should have started the clothing business. That should have been my first business I started. I'm a fashion. I love to dress up. I love to dress up. And I don't know. Like, I'm just. My biggest thing is 7 streams of income. I preach that, I live that, I breathe that. I'm just the type of person that preach 7 streams of income. Like, you have to have a business to pay for this business, to have this business, to pay for this one, pay for this one.
Yes.
That's just the type of person that I am. Like, I don't like to say I'm trying to be a millionaire. I am a millionaire. So.
Amen. Okay. So you open. How did you open the retail store? Like, did you sell like some big house? And I say these grandiose things because the more success that you have, the more people will try to devalue why they can't do it in themselves. And we got to just cut out that spirit, because that's straight from the pit of hell.
No, let me tell you something. I just went to a shoe store. that's like a wholesale shoe store, and I just went there for myself with my cousin, and I seen some shoes that I like, and they were nice and they were cheap, and they were telling me if you buy 25 pairs of any 25 items, you get them for $100. So then I say, that's it. So then I started thinking like, okay, well then if I can get 25 pairs of shoes for $100, and say if I get like, keep doing it, I could resell these. Mm-hmm. So then I was like, maybe I should open up a shoe store. And then I started getting purses, and then like I posted on Facebook like the shoes that I have, and people was like, oh, these are nice, how much? And I'm like, how much? How much?
Yeah.
Oh, these not for sale. And then people like, oh, but do you have these? Do you have it in this color? And I'm like, oh, no, but I can get them in these colors. And they're like, well, can you tell me how much it is? And I'm like, okay. So then I went back to the place, and I got like 200 pairs of shoes, and then I got purses, and I made like a big collage, and I posted on Facebook, and then everybody say how much, and then I made a store.
Okay, but you have a retail store that you opened up during COVID.
That I opened up. So first, let me tell you. So it started in my living room. Mm-hmm. I had a bunch of shoes, purses, and I just stacked them up all in my living room in the corner, take pictures, and then I posted on Facebook. And then a lot of people started attracted to it, and a lot of people they want to come see the product, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't want people coming to my house. And then it started getting overwhelming. It started going in my trunk. And then like it was at my mom's house, and then I'm like, okay, so I need a space, because if I get a space, I can open it up, and then I can really take more pictures, and people can be able to come out. So I'm like, okay, what can I do? And prior to that, I already have a space in this office, and I'm like, okay, what can I do to like kind of I thought about bringing more money. How can I make more money? If I have a store and I can get more product and more people can come to the store, then that would make me make more money. So then I found an area where I did a lot of shopping for places, and then I found an area. It was perfect, and then I put all the stuff in, and we decorated, and then that's what happened.
Wow. So to open up the store, did you tell yourself, I have to make a certain amount of money?
Yep.
Okay. Well, what's a good goal out there for someone, like if you want to open up a store? Because that's not just the rent, that's the lights, that's everything that comes with the maid service. If you need that, what was the process?
This is my thing. Mm-hmm. I like to tell people, start off small. Don't try to keep up with the Joneses. Like if you see somebody that has something that you want, don't try to go where they're at, because you have to start small. I say start really small, get an office space, because that's what I did. I found a little small office space, and it made it like a small boutique, like a little closet area. Mm-hmm. And look for something that has things included. Like if you're going to find something with a small rent, look for something that has utilities included, which is the lights is included, the fax machine, the phone. I have a secretary, and that's included in my price. So I would say, and really it only took me, just to start my store, I would say I only had to pay a good $1,200 just to start just to have my store.
Okay. So $1,200 is what she started with. You guys, some of y'all have cashed out during these COVID checks and got way more than that and don't know what to do with it. That's why,
invest. Guys, I'm telling you, if you out here getting these loans, you need to invest. You need to think of something that can make you lucrative business, like lucrative money, like something that while you sleep, you could be making money.
Yeah, instead of giving all your money on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
It's been a kick up on OnlyFans, and 45 plus million people have lost their job, but and no, hey, I'm not knocking anyone's hustle, but I'm saying for those who want to invest or take your OnlyFans money and now you know what to do with it.
Yeah.
So that's a beautiful
and I'm gonna
thing.
say this, and I don't want cause my clothing store is the last business that I opened, but keep in mind, I had a wholesale real estate company before I was even a realtor, and a lot of people might not know what wholesale is, but wholesale is basically when you find a property for someone and you're not using any money out your pocket, like no money whatsoever. The only money that you're going to be using is just to pretty much market yourself, meaning your business cards, if you want to get signs that say we buy houses, those type of things. And I'm going to say that's probably like $100. Really, and then with your business license or whatever, so $300 total. But what wholesaling is you're going out, you're finding a property that's in distress, meaning that this property is vacant, this property is just toe up. And you're going, you research to find who the property owner is, and you call up this property owner, you ask this property owner, hi, I see that your home is vacant. Would you be interested in selling your home for cash? If they say yes, you have them sign a contract, then you go, you market this property, you go find a cash buyer, and a cash buyer, which is plenty of cash buyers out here. You go find you a cash buyer, you go to the cash buyer and you say, hey, I have this property on contract, which is vacant. Show them some pictures of the property, let them know how much the property is, which they're investors, so they pretty much can do their own numbers. You let them know that this is where the property is at. If they're interested in the property, they're going to say, okay, I want this property. They're going to sign a contract with you, and then you're going to take the two contracts, the one from the seller, the one from the buyer, to the title company. The title company is going to check to make sure that house don't have any liens or anything. Once they check that, they're going to clear it, and then you get a fee, because of course you put a fee on it, which you can make up your fee, whatever fee you want to make up, because guess what? It's your wholesale company. You make up your fee, you get your fee, the buyer and the seller is bonded together, the title company sends out the contract, you're out, you don't have to go to the closing table, and guess what? You just got a $10,000 fee without paying any money.
Game, real game. Now, you don't have a course yet, right?
Nope.
She doesn't have a course yet, but you guys, if you type in wholesale and put in Max, you know who Max is with the perfect beard? I'm trying to get there. This took 39 years, so I don't know how much to get to Max unless they start getting the beard extensions.
That's what they get, the beard extensions.
Yeah, and so I like Max's stuff.
Yeah, he's really
there.
good.
Yeah, he's just, I mean, and the fact that this is, I believe, his 11th or 12th or something business, and he talks about his failures, which every entrepreneur has, so that's a beautiful thing. I love it. So out of all the businesses, how do you divide your time?
So, I mean, pretty much what I do is the night before, I kind of set, like, I go on my phone and I put, like, some notes down on how I time block. Mm-hmm. So, pretty much from 9:30 to 10:30, I do a little cold calling. From 10:30 to 11:30, I work on my cleaning business. From 11:30 to this time, I'm going to work on this business. Like, I time block. And then from 6 o'clock p.m. to 9, I'm in my clothing store. Okay. So, and then I have my kids do, like, certain things for me. Like, so if I need them in the clothing store, they're in the clothing store, they know how to work the register, they know how to do the inventory, they know how to do the receipts. Yeah. They know how to walk around, and they know what to do, so.
No, that's beautiful. That's beautiful, because you'll go into, like, and I'm not picking on the Chinese at all, but a Chinese store, and you'll see a 5-6-year-old working behind the register. Yes. I was like, hold on, is that even legal? But there's a reason why at 18 he'll not just have that store, but whatever other business him or her will have. So I like that, because you got to put the kids to work. I say that TV can stay off. Yep. And get busy doing something else. Create something. Yep, that's all that I want. So you have these time blocks. Now, I'm sure you've heard, and people say, you're doing too much.
Everybody.
Or, if you just focus on one thing. Everybody. What is your take on that? Because your take would be nicer than mine. I'm going to let the audience know yours.
I mean, I'm just going to say, this is my intake on that. What they eat don't make me shit. I'm sorry, but that's just how I look at it. Like, you could keep saying, because a lot of people do tell me that, like, they always say, oh, Shanti, like, what business you started now? But it's like, you keep being in your position that you're in, complaining about your job, complaining about how you never have any money, you cannot do anything, like, you live check to check, and I'm just living peacefully, like, I'm living financially free, so I really don't care.
Okay. Well, when you say financially free, do you ever have those people? I know they come to you with the, you know what you'd be great at with your network of people? See, do you want to be one of these people who doesn't, you make money in your sleep? Mm-hmm. I'm talking about y'all MLM people that bother me every time, and I have nothing nice to say. Mm-hmm. What do you say to those people?
No, I'm good. I don't need none of those pyramid scheme things.
No, see, it's not a pyramid. It's this coffee. It can actually heal arthritis and everything else.
Nope. If my name ain't attached to it by myself, I'm good.
Okay.
And I get them a lot. Somebody want me to join. But I'm like, no, I'm just.
Okay, have you heard this one? You know what? I want you to come to this jazz social. You heard the jazz social? The jazz social got me. I'm like, wait, jazz? Hold on. I should have asked more questions, but because of who it was, I thought I was really about to hear some good music. Maybe they wanted me to, get behind and get my vocals, and maybe on the guitar, the piano. I don't play well of anything, but yeah, I was tricked.
And then they make you feel bad?
No, they didn't make me feel bad. Most people don't do that. It's something in my face.
They make me feel. They not me. Everybody, my face is like, talk to me. Like everybody, like I
think I have one of those faces. But yeah, people, if I say I'm just not into it, they kind of know. And sometimes there's something like in my hip or something. They'll be like, hey, leave him alone. So, but it depends how they know me. Because even my daughters, like before COVID hit, 3 days of jiu-jitsu, and then 2 days of swimming. Like that's how life was prior to COVID.
Yeah.
And swimming started at about 3 or 4. And jiu-jitsu, I'm from Oakland. Y'all ain't, they go to Oakland, they say, this is a hood. I said, no, it's all good here, but they don't know how to fight. So they had to learn how to fight.
Yeah.
Oakland will teach you how to fight. Yeah. So you gotta be able to throw down, especially as a woman too. I know you have daughters, just a shout out to any jiu-jitsu place. It's the only martial art where a woman can be on her back, a person be in between her legs, and she's gonna get them off no matter how big they are, as long as she trained. So for me, there's certain things that I don't, you want to always protect your children, but especially my girls. I only have girls, but so jiu-jitsu is one of those things.
I gotta look into that.
Yeah, because we don't need any more stats and any more. It's like back in the day when we used to play house. We don't play house.
Exactly.
Ain't nobody the mom or the daddy. Don't get that cardboard box with anybody. I don't care if it's the cousin, whoever. Ain't no cardboard box. I rip up the cardboard boxes when we get the big ones, and they're just already folded, ripped up. They got the bubble. You can play with the bubbles, but ain't no shower going on. So I had to go there.
Mama, ain't no daddies.
None of that.
Exactly.
None of that.
Wow, you're right.
Yeah. So. With your business, how do you take a break? Because I'm sure people say, you need to rest. You're going to kill yourself with a heart attack. You're going to have a stroke. So it's easy for me to repeat everything people say to me, just jump to you.
Yeah, I mean, I sleep. I sleep. Like, I rest. I have my rest days. I have 8 hours of sleep. I get 8 hours.
But you probably don't know what the club looks like.
Not the club, no. Those things are not fun to me. Like I used to do that years ago. Mm-hmm. My fun is my business, and I like to take trips. I don't club. Okay. I like to go to like bars. I'm a small drinker. I'm the one that rowdy everybody up to let's go drink, but I babysit.
Yeah, I was gonna say while they see me sipping on my water or whatnot, she had this drink.
And that's a daiquiri, y'all.
Yeah,
I babysit y'all,
Yeah.
But I don't.
But that's okay. It's your product. Once it's given to you, you do whatever you want to do with it. So. So the club isn't fun, which many people say, "What is she? Just must be."
I lost a lot of friends. I lost a lot of friends because of that. Like since I've been an entrepreneur, I'm not gonna lie, I lost a lot of friends. Like a lot of people that I was friends with, I used to go out with. We used to go to the clubs. Like we don't even talk. And they don't even support me. And they're on my Snapchat, they're on my Facebook. Mm-hmm. They see me, but they don't support me at all. And I'm fine with that. And they still go to the club.
Well, talking about support, support usually doesn't start with your inner circle.
Never.
Usually doesn't even start with your family because people are like, that's a weird, what are you doing? Yep. Where's the security in that? Mm-hmm. So was it different for you or were you able, or how were you able to navigate that?
It was different for me. It still is because, I don't know, I just always feel that the closest people to you should support you, but being in business now for a few years, I see and I know that, like you just said, is your inner circle is not the ones that support. Like your mom is gonna support you, but your inner circle is the ones that's not gonna support you. Is the strangers that's gonna support you. So I'm fine with that.
Yeah, and I definitely say, yeah, moms, and you guys heard that always in the background. You know, that type of support, it's just hard to get. I mean, it's only really one person who will give you that type of support. That's a mama's job, whatnot. So, yeah, my mother used to always support, even if she didn't get it, you know. Yeah, I mean, certain things.
Anything, it doesn't matter.
She used to support, and she would tell me that I'm not always going to be here. So then when she passed, I was like, okay, she told me she wasn't always going to be here, but then she also said, don't mourn me, I'll come haunt you.
Mama.
She would so, you know, she's like, you know, once I have my kids, she's like, I take care of the girls, but, you know, throughout the just years, she said, don't hunt me. I've lived my life, you know, and I'm going to be here for as long as I'm going to be here, and it is what it is.
It is what it is.
That's,
that's we have to keep that in mind, like, you know, our moms, they're going to be there, but they're not going to always be there, so.
Yeah, so we embrace it. Now, have you been able to hire any family or friends outside of your children?
Yeah, I hired my brother. My brother always worked for me. I hired one of my friends, but mostly just those two, really, my family, and then I hired a friend before.
Okay, well, that's good. How do you keep that relationship, like, between...
Oh, it's hard.
Is it? Okay.
It's very hard, like... It's very, very hard. I say don't hire your family. Me personally, don't hire your family. Because it's just hard. Like, they don't understand. Like, they feel like you trying to tell me what to do. And it's like, I'm not. Hey, you want to get paid, right? If you don't want to get paid, then you can get the dough.
And is your brother older or younger?
Younger, but he think he older.
Okay.
But we like this pretty much like the same age because he's like 13 months apart. But we like this, so.
Okay. 13 months apart, and it's a struggle. Okay, I want to hire family, but family, like, man.
Yeah. Trust me, And my sister, she's our secretary in our wholesale company.
Okay.
Because it's three of us. It's me and my eldest sister. That's our wholesale company, and then the middle sister is our secretary. So it's like pulling teeth, you know.
Okay. And do they have their own different offices for the wholesale company, or is it kind of they can be at home and do it from the comfort of the house?
Well, me personally, I feel that you gotta come in the office. Like you gotta come to work. You don't get to do nothing from home. You need to be in the office. Okay. At all times. If you have a shift time, treat it like if you was working for somebody at a 9 to 5. Treat me just like you treat them.
Okay.
That's how I feel. You don't get no we the boss. You're not the boss. You have to go to work. That's how I feel.
And that's the part where I don't want you to be my boss. I want you to be my
sister.
And that's the difficult piece. Have you ever, been involved, had somebody, a husband, boyfriend, and try to work with him and, hire him? How has that worked out? Because you laugh, so I know you have a story.
Well, the first time when we were started cleaning commercial, it was me and my boyfriend. Mm-hmm. And he's good because he worked at a cleaning company doing commercials, so that's why we worked together. But still, it was like we always argue a lot too. Like we always clash all the time. Okay. So it was like, that wasn't good neither. Okay, so it didn't work out. No. Okay. I mean, and that's gonna happen. I mean, there's all type of spats through this house. Yeah. I don't argue. Like with anyone, again, it's the Oakland thing and just being a man. I'm not gonna argue with nobody. But it's, okay, you don't agree with what I'm doing. And I'm glad everybody in this house, except that little one, has their own type of, what they do. And you can do it your way. Yep. And I'm gonna do it my way. Yep. And I will help as a consultant. So, now with your kids, do they do homeschool? Do they? Some of them do homeschool, and some of them is in regular school. Okay. And do you let them choose? Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, honestly, I really wanted all of them to go to school, but one of them is just the one that's at home, and it's really because she didn't want to switch schools for the area that we just moved to. Okay. So I was like, okay, you could do virtual, but she going back to school in January. Okay. Man, I can't wait. I can't wait when these schools, whenever they open up, I can't wait. She going now. My 6-year-old, they call me every day, like, oh, she can't keep her math. I'm like, listen. Okay, it's hard. It's hard. Now, during COVID, sounds like things have been going well for you.
did you have to make any adjustments besides opening up the business, and what were those adjustments that help you in business?
Did I have to make any adjustments? I guess yeah, because of COVID. So like just finding like different vendors and to work with me and like the vendors that I have different vendors in different states. So I guess that was just an adjustment, like the time frame of getting the things. But other than that, not really so much as adjustments, I guess. I don't know, like as far as like.
Well, because some people are doing very well during COVID. You know, I know my fellow consultants and PR people, everybody has needed crisis management help. People have needed, how do we get our stuff, you know, more on the internet?
Yeah.
How do we e-commerce? And so, you know, I've invested with a friend of mine in Ghana and his cologne business. And he was like, during COVID alone, I've made $42,000. And I can say that because he said it right here on this thing. And he put it out there. And I was like, Rodney, you made $42,000. Well, it's time, let's talk. And it's an investment anybody can get into. I mean, you know, I sent him my money. And I could show you the interview and how it works, but he's made $42,000 where someone else has lost their job for $42,000. But he's also has a program where if you know they want to be a full-on seller type thing, I just wanted to be a small investor, so I could just kind of kick back and keep growing my hair. I was not trying to sell anything to anybody. I'm not really a salesman. I just kind of tell people this is what I think, and it's a gift more than anything. I just know a lot of people talk a lot. So you're doing well in COVID times. What is your community give back that you are doing or that you want to do in the future with all your success that you're having?
Well, so far, like my community give back, I've been doing every Friday. I've been doing raffle giveaways for my clothing store, where I give an outfit to a female, or like their little girls if they have little girls, because of course it's my 6-year-old's clothing line as well. So I've been doing a lot of those. I have a huge Black Friday sale going on where everything in the store is 50% off, the entire store. So I did that last weekend and this weekend I'm doing that. And then I don't know, like in the future, what I really want to do is like, especially for my real estate people, I definitely want to give away trips, cruise trips. I'm definitely working on that right now to give someone that I close a deal with. My next close deal, I want to give them a trip to the Bahamas, and definitely single mothers. Yes, definitely single mothers. Whoever. I just want to give away a trip to Bahamas or any Caribbean island I want to give a trip out to.
Okay, and well, when you do that, if you see a name that looks like mine, like, is Kellen really on here trying to win a free? Yeah, I'm trying to win a free trip. You know, that's not. So no, that's cool. That's cool that you're doing that. Talk about your children, the businesses that they have, because I saw some of the videos and I'm like, man, everyone was hustling. Now I don't even know if one of them was yours, but I know I saw one boy. He was like, I got a pressure washing business, and I said, what?
That's my son.
Man, there was a RFP for West Palm Beach for a pressure washer. I wish I could have went in an office and said, man, this young man needs this contract. And if they said no, we would have had them already on Facebook Live. I mean, I would have said this is going to be like a no bid type of situation. But yeah, talk about how old was he? He looked like 8.
Ja'Cory's 11.
He's 11. Okay. And how did he get into the pressure
Let me tell you
washer?
something. His father has his own landscaping.
Mm-hmm.
So Ja'Cory, that's my stepson.
Uh-huh.
And he has his own car wash business and his own pressure washing business. And we make them watch YouTube. We make them sit down and think about a business they have. It's 6 kids in all in the house. Mm-hmm. And our oldest, we have 2 13-year-olds. My oldest, she has a company called Juicy Lust, and she has her own business license, and where she sells eyelashes, body glitter, body shimmer. Oh, she's this girl. She sells hair bow, hair clips, and then we got Tay. She sells a personal care Cosmo. That's the name of her business. Where she sells body face balm and body butter. Then we have Amia, which her company is called Pop and Glow, where she sells lip gloss and lip scrub. And then we have CJ. He has his own shoe line where he customizes shoes.
Okay.
We have Jacory, which has his own car wash and pressure wash. And then we have Anissa, who has her own clothing line for little girls. So yeah, like we just make them go on YouTube and think of a company that they want to start, and we make them write notes on how much they want to make for the year, how much they want to make a month, how much their product is, how to make they make all their product by scratch. So they don't go buy their product from a third hip. No, they go to YouTube, they find out every ingredient. We go on Amazon, shout out to Amazon, because I'm an Amazon Prime member, and we go to Amazon and we get every ingredient, and they make it by hand at the table with gloves on, sanitized area, and boom.
Wow. Now, how do you get all the kids their own business and do your business? Do they not need to be micromanaged too much? Are they pretty self-sufficient?
They're pretty self-sufficient. Like, I mean, I guess it's each one teach one. We all learning together. Like we teach each other, and like they see me, and a lot, like even with the camera thing, like with my 12-year-old Amia, like she helped me not be camera shy because I was selling jewelry at one point in time, so she go on camera with me and she stand beside me. She sells some jewelry, I sell some jewelry.
Yeah.
So I mean, like we just teach each other.
Man, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Hey y'all, so we just got our food from, I don't know if you can read that, Jamaica House Grill. And before we close out this interview and like stuff our face and talk, I just want to thank you for coming on. And this is the first time I've actually been able to share a meal. And so even though you babysat your drink, that you can share a meal, enjoy, let the people know where they can find you, where you want to be contacted, because sometimes people will contact you on LinkedIn, but it's like, nah, I don't want you in my LinkedIn circle because you're a rapper. That's not going to help grow my circle. So let the people know, if they need a real estate agent, if they need where they can find you.
Yeah, so like you said, if you need a real estate agent, you can find me at Facebook at Eshanti.Joseph for realtor. If you are interested in my clothes, you can find me Facebook Sassy Queen Couture 1, Instagram Sassy Queen, Instagram Eshanti.Jo. Facebook and Instagram. Also, I just want to throw out my store address. It's 2500 Quantum Lakes Boulevard. That's Suite 203 in Boynton Beach, Florida. So come on by anytime. I'm always in the office and in the shop from 9 to 9. I'm always there, and I live like 5 minutes away. So you can always find me at Facebook and Instagram at Eshanti.Jo. Eshanti.Joseph is my main Facebook. Yeah, thank you.
Well, you guys have definitely gotten the game. We are going to enjoy, like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. If you're listening on the podcast, we thank you, because that's where the bulk of the audience comes from. Help us out by even taking the YouTube to another level. Appreciate you guys. Be blessed.